sacrifices that our veterans have made and continue to make in defense of our way of life. We understand that winning a war or defeating the enemy is never enough, and that continued vigilance is the price of freedom. The 13th Amendment abolished legalized slavery in the United States and was ratified in December of 1865. But that was not the end of bondage. It was just the beginning of the end. Even though we were freed from slavery, we were not citizens of this nation because we were not considered to be people. The work to secure citizenship had now begun, and the principal concerns were for access. Access to education, housing, economic opportunities, and legal protections. These struggles continue even today. The civil rights struggles of the 1950s and 1960s focused on issues of participation, coming in the front door, eating at the lunch counter, attending public schools, admission to colleges, employment and economic opportunities. Once these concerns were addressed as they were, there was an assumption, I believe, that things would continue to move up and on. But freedom is not free. It requires continued vigilance and protection. There is a concern among many in our community that we have continually done the hard work to secure liberty and progress, but that others have reaped more of the benefits. I would say again that there needs to be a refocusing on the real meaning of freedom. It is not just the surface changes that society has undergone, but the substantive institutional changes that must be made. We cannot allow our children to sit next to each other in class while there are significant differences in how they are treated, disciplined, and supported in their education. We should not be satisfied with our daughters having opportunities in education and work while continuing to be subjected to abuse, assault, and discrimination because of their gender. We must be more mindful of how we use our community resources, including time and money, and especially how we participate in the voting process. Too many people of all races and creeds paid with their blood and their lives to secure our right to vote, and we owe a huge debt for their sacrifices. The very least we should do is to take advantage of our right to participate in the process of choosing the kind of nation we want to pass on to our children. As the mother of 2 children, one of whom is a son, I live with a constant concern that something unimaginable could happen to him at the hands of someone who is sworn to protect and serve, only because he is a black male. Some of you here tonight know him because you have helped us to raise him, and yet too many people in this country see him as someone to be feared and devalued. This issue is not one that many people are comfortable even discussing, and yet this is the reality for many in our community. As adults in this society, we are charged with the responsibility of providing leadership and communicating decent values to our young people. Mentoring is not something we should do every so often or at special events within our clubs and organizations. Passing on our history and modeling values and lives of service must be something we do all the time.